What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Jesus Coin at the request of Immaculate. We're doing it, you guys. Here we are, up 53%, 53.5%. This is the day that we've been waiting for. I know it says 7099 right now, but a second ago, I was going to make this video, and I actually did make this video. This is a retake of I had some mistakes going on. But anyways, we were at the 6 zeros just a second ago. We were at 6 zeros. 1024 at the highest point today. Okay, the day has about 18 hours left in it or something like that. Let me think. What is it? 12? Yeah, about 18 hours left. Just under 18 hours left in the day. We've got a lot of volume so far. This is the first day in a long time, guys, that Jesus Coin has seen more than $1 million of volume. Good job, good work. And unfortunately, guys, as good as this is, unfortunately, there are a bunch of people who probably sold throughout this period here, right? It looked like it would go lower, just like there were probably a bunch of people that sold here, right? And unfortunately, there are people who missed this pump and probably lost a lot of money. They bought at the wrong times and they sold at the wrong times. And those people, they made the emotional decisions. I'm not saying this to like poke fun at anybody. I'm not saying this to like be like, ha, rubbing it in your face. It sucks, dude. I get it. I'm not rubbing it in your face. It sucks. Good job for everybody who's holding Jesus Coin, myself included. Congratulations. Your patience has paid off, at least if you've bought below this price. For anybody who's bought above this price, you still have more patience to go through before it pays off. But hopefully there's a little glimmer of hope. I know that the Jesus Coin community has been feeling the hurt. And that's why, unfortunately, a lot of people probably let go over this past week and a half here, because there was a lot more despair and discouragement here. Even though overall, if you look at this chart, it's a very bullish chart, higher lows. This cycle down here, this little phase down, is a lot more controlled than this one was here, right? In a week, we dropped 77% last time, and then pumped and had a double top, and then dropped consistently. This time it was a lot more. Look at the angle of the drop. It's a lot more controlled. Okay, it took longer to do, and oftentimes it's not quick drops. I can't tell you, man, how many people were just so bullish on Jesus Coin down here versus here. How many people were like, is it a real thing? Is it dead now? Like, did I just lose all my money? Like, the amount of despair here versus here, it's just crazy. And this is just a testament of when you move down fast, it doesn't give people enough time to think, oh, is this coin gonna die? I mean, like, you're in it or you're out, essentially, at that point. Where if you're hanging out at these low points for a long time, it makes people question themselves. It makes people get discouraged and despair, and that is the money killer, man. It really is, and it sucks. It just I'm focusing too much on that, but my condolences for the people that sold. Again, it's not me poking fun. I've been there, man. I've been there. And the sad truth, the sad reality of it is, guys, look at the little bits of volume we had. Every price action you see here was a transaction of people buying and selling. Some people bought down here. Good for them. Congratulations. Some people sold down here. That sucks. It really sucks. On the bright side, you guys, we are at 7099 right now. On the bright side, if you put money in even here, to the all-time high, that would be a almost 6x. And if we do what I think we're going to do over the, whoa, that's not what I meant to do. If we do what I think we're going to do over the coming weeks and months, probably the coming months, right? We might lose a whole another zero, right? I'm assuming we're at the 7 zeros now, but let's just say we're at the 6 zeros. We might go up to 5 zeros 1, 5 zeros 2, 4. Even beyond that is absolutely possible by the end of this year. Okay, by the end of this year. Minimum target is an 11x. The maximum expected target is a 25x from this current price. Even if you sold at the wrong place and it's up 50%, it's not too late to reap the rewards of being patient. But that's the thing. You have to make an agreement with yourself, and I don't think it's a good time to buy. I don't. I mean, relative to this whole range, yes, you're at the lower parts of it. Yes, it's a fine area to buy, right? If you bought here and it did that, you're definitely not going to hate yourself. But the thing is if you're going to chase it, if you're going to chase those same emotions that you felt down here, except instead of feeling bad, now you're like, well, I mean, you're probably feeling bad if you're missing out on this, but if you're going to chase the same emotions, right? where you're basing your decisions off of the emotions that you're feeling, then you need to have a discussion with yourself. You have to say, yes, I am going to buy here. Yes, it's probably not a smart idea. Yes, I am. If it comes back down here, I'm not selling this time. I will buy more and rectify the issue that I made last time, and trust the process and be patient, because that really could happen. And it might not happen. You never know with Jesus Coin, man. It's early in the day. We've already got a lot of volume. Who knows what happens? But to me, this looks like a legitimate move. And I do expect that this could be, look at that tweezer bottom on the weekly, man. This could be the beginning of something spectacular. It really could be. Everything that we've been waiting for the months we've been waiting for. It's not a conventional area to hold support based on the fibs, but looking at the price action itself, it is a pretty, it makes sense in my opinion, right? Low areas, kind of relative resistance areas back here of this little consolidation phase before you move up. It's not the prettiest chart, but there's not a whole lot to go off of with this thing. If you look at the weekly RSI, for what it's worth, you did find support on the 40 multiple times, even above it, just a little bit above it here, but several times. If we can get above this 50, maintain above this 50, really getting above the 60 on the weekly, that would solidify the low to me. Break this trend, that would help solidify the low to me, right? But we've been getting to the points where there's no volume, essentially, very, very little volume on a weekly basis. If we can get a move that breaks this trend, both breaks this trend and we see an uptick in volume that we haven't seen really since like March or earlier, if the rest of this week is good, you guys, it's on. It's on. It is so on. Yeah, I'm really excited to see this. So, of course, anybody's excited to see any of their coins. I don't care if you're down or what. You got to be excited to see something up 51% in a day. But again, just use caution, okay? Jesus Coin is volatile. We could see the end of this day close all the way up here, and before then we could go back down here and then up. Like it can do that on moves like this. It's a low liquidity coin. There's only $1 million so far in the past 24 hours trading. It's a $15 million market cap. That's actually, it's not bad volume, but it's not even like crazy volume, right? It's just crazy for what we've seen recently. So we can see some volatility here. Don't be thrown off. Do not be thrown off. Do not panic if we go back to like 708, 707. We're still up on the day, right? But we can see that pullback and still even end up closing higher than the highest point that we're at today. So I don't really know what else to say on this, right? The areas that I would look for right now to break from a low point to a high point would be 6012. Break above that, but really, if you're going to break above the 382, I would actually say screw that. This thing's not even really respecting its fib. We're going to take that off, actually. Let's take the fib off. Close above 60127 on a weekly basis. That's the first step, okay? Break this trend line, right? Do that. Close above there. That's the first step. Next step, get above 6026. I'm sorry, 60236. Get above your 618. And your last step is get above your 886, which also lines up with your weekly closing high. That's going to be a very significant area. When we get above this line, you guys, it will be a short amount of time and it'll be undisputable that we're going to see new all-time highs. And I don't just mean get above it as in wick above it. I mean close above it on a weekly basis. That's what I mean for all of these targets. So right now we're at 709814. The more I talk about it, the more it goes down. So I'm going to stop this video. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. The first target that we're looking for is 60127. We're actually a lot closer than it might seem, but it might not happen today. It could happen this week. If we can close above this, that's our low, guys. This tweezer bottom, that's it. And again, man, my condolences for the people that sold down here. But let it be a lesson. Let it be a lesson. And again, I'm not rubbing it in your face, man. Trust me, I've been there. I'm not rubbing it in your face. I'm saying this as like a hope that you do learn from it. Whether you sold here or you sold here, whatever, right? You sold here, you probably learned your lesson. If you sold here, you're learning your lesson now, right? You do not sell low. You just don't do it, right? Especially if you're ever like freaking out about the short-term stuff, look at the long-term stuff, right? If this chart looked like this, let me see, can I do this on Dex Screener? Yeah, I can. If it looked like this, okay, I'd be a little bit sad. I'd be a little bit scared that it's going to drop off a cliff. But this actually looks like it just wants to straight, just like dumpster fire down. But it's the inverted chart, right? Which actually means it wants to go up. And you can see that a little bit more clearly when you're looking at it from a macro perspective, when you're seeing the higher lows, the higher highs coming into effect. The low volume, the lower decreasing volume as you're moving down. This is just to get people to FOMO out of their positions, to sell their positions to the people who are going to ride this to the higher prices, right? I don't know, man. I'm just talking too much at this point. So I'm done with the video. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Good job, Jesus Coin holders. I wish I bought more down there, man. I didn't. I bought other coins. I was even feeling a little bit discouraged. Nobody's perfect, right? But I didn't act on my emotions. I didn't sell anything. I just didn't buy anything. I guess that's me acting by not acting, but I don't know. I wanted to buy more. I still see no reason why this price wouldn't be a perfect area to buy as well. But just if you buy here, have that discussion with yourself. You are FOMOing, you're chasing. And if it does this, if it comes all the way back down to 707, you will not sell. You'll, if anything, buy more or just hold and trust the process. Trust the process, man. Jesus Coin. Have some faith. Take care. Bye-bye.